Why old hypnotherapy fails? Old hypnotherapy is outdated, which which uses very ineffective techniques. Even if it works, it takes a long time to see any tangible change. Most of the people, what they do is they think that by using this deep trance techniques, they can come out of anxiety or depression or other psychological issues. But old hypnotherapy is very ineffective, which takes long time, and it does not work to everyone. So some people think that okay, uh, thinking that old techniques are very excellent, they give immediate results. That is not real. The modern techniques are so advanced and so good that immediately you can see the change. The change will happen so fast and so effective that in one session, 1 or 2 sessions, it will be over. So most people think that old hypnotherapy techniques, which are ineffective techniques, these because of that, most of the people will not be seeing the results. Some people, what they say is, okay, we will use law of attraction and all other things. If you are having an issue, if you do not remove that issue, no matter what law of attraction you use, it is not going to be effective. So what you need to do is you need to select a therapist who uses modern hypnotherapy techniques, where these outdated techniques are very ineffective. You cannot see the result. And before going to the therapist, the things that you need to do is, first thing is you need to talk to the therapist in phone. If the therapist says that, if their staff tells you that no, he's so busy, he cannot talk to you in the phone, means uh, that person is hiding something. So first thing is, you don't go to them. Just first thing is ask them, okay, and about the credibility of that therapist, and talk to the therapist. Any good therapist will definitely talk to you in the phone, so that you can understand and ask the procedure. What is the process is going to happen? When will I see the result? No, you just come. You will do it without telling the process. Without understanding your issue. That person is telling means yeah, that person is doing a generic technique where that person does the same thing to everyone, and so for some people it works and some people it does not work. We need in a therapy we need a customized plan. So to understand your issue clearly, and the therapist before starting the therapy itself should know whether this will work or not. So you should be thinking whether this therapy is working or not. That is key factor. So some people, what they think is, okay, if I just go to them immediately, just rush and go to them without disclosing your case properly to them, uh, uh, it is all by trial whether they will say, okay, let us try hypnotherapy and see whether it works or not. In some cases, people rely too much on hypnotherapy. They want only hypnotherapy to make them come out of it. That's also not correct. Why? Because if you are having an issue where hypnotherapy cannot solve it, then choosing it won't be effective. So we need different techniques consciously to remove the whatever the confusion that your mind is holding on, subconsciously what your mind is still holding on. So the issue should be cleared consciously and subconsciously. Some therapists they only focus on conscious. Some therapists they only focus on subconscious. So if they cleared in your subconscious, if in the conscious the problem is there, again it's going to repeat. This time it is going to come with even more intensity. Once it comes, and it will be very difficult again to remove from the subconscious also. Some people only focus on subconscious, they've let go the conscious. So it should be cleared consciously and subconsciously. Childhood trauma, all these issues, if just understanding the issue is not sufficient, you should be able to, the therapist should be able to remove that issue that has started in their childhood. So if it started in their childhood, so if the therapist just gives you suggestions, okay, you are forgetting all this childhood trauma. From now onwards, you will be happy. These are not going to work. This your subconscious mind is way more powerful than this just giving these suggestions. So your subconscious, where is the place where your subconscious has mistakenly created a belief? That is the thing we need to understand. Just by giving suggestions, if the problem is there and they are just layering suggestions, okay, from now onwards you'll be happy, from now onwards you'll be confident, these things are not going to work. Why? Because there is a underlying cause is there. If you don't remove that cause and give solutions, okay, from now onwards you'll be happy. This problem is like a time bomb where it is going to come out like a ticking time bomb. It is going to come out with more intensity. You think that by momentary relaxation and momentarily feeling normal, you think that it is gone, but it's not gone. It is going to come with such a intensity again. Why? Because you have forgotten. You have thought that by just going to some relaxation technique, this problem is gone. No, the problem is still there. It is going to come with even more intensity. So choose a therapist who uses modern techniques. So if the techniques are modern, immediately you can come out of it. And if the therapist only focuses on just relaxation and just relaxation and giving suggestions, it is not going to work. And in fact, not only going to work, and it is going to create further problem for you. Why? Because now your subconscious is immune to these suggestions. So you should be clearly thinking what is the type of therapy you need to focus and how to come out of this one. And some people say entity, energy, all those things don't give much attention to them. They are not real. If they say that some entity is in you, these things don't need to listen to them. This is completely not true. If you are having a issue, a psychological issue, or some other weakness, people, if they cannot find a cause immediately, they will tell, okay, you're having this ghost in you, you are having this, all this nonsense. Don't need to believe those things. I had a client who went to some tantric, and that person told him, okay, you have two ghosts in you. And slowly this person started believing in that. And he said that, okay, now I have to do some big ritual where I'm going to remove that ghost. So he had paid the amount, whatever that amount he said, he had paid that amount and this thing. And that fellows told him, okay, now the ghosts are gone. Now you can live happily ever happily. But this person did not believe that the ghosts are gone. Now he still believes that ghosts are there in him. And every night he wakes up in the middle of the night and acts like a ghost. And just his mom showed me all the videos that he acting like a ghost. So when I talked to him, I understand that it was not real. It was just a belief that he was possessed. So his subconscious mind is creating the real feeling that he was really possessed. So he was acting like that. So once the pain that he was holding on was removed, immediately he changed. He was again he was able to do the job, and he was working fine. So these are very silly things we believe, and it gets affected. And don't let anyone plant memories in your mind. So if someone plants a memory, like there is some angel within you, or there is some demon in you, all these memories from the past life, it is coming. These are very dangerous. Why? Because really you start believing them. So once you start believing them, slowly your subconscious mind is very powerful. It can create the symptoms, real symptoms. So once you get these symptoms, physical symptoms also, then you will be lifelong you will be suffering with that issue. You, no matter what that again that fellow tells, it is not going to be changing you. So be careful in someone planting memories in you. So choose a therapy which gives immediate result. That is the one thing. And choose a therapy that gives long term change, not for a temporarily. If you are feeling fine, okay, for a few minutes you are feeling fine, or few hours or few days, again if it comes back, then it is a very ineffective therapy. Choose a therapy where it should be long term, it should be permanent. I have clients who are calling me after 5 years of the therapy, and I talk to them, and within few minutes, whatever the small confusion, because again it is creating a issue, means within few minutes I remove it. So choose a therapist where the person is able to, you are able to talk to them in phone itself. Why? Because once the therapy is done, again you don't need to go for therapy again, unless you are having a very serious issue where again you need to come. In most of my clients, within 1 or 2 sessions they are changed. Even after 5 years, 10 years, they call me. Oh, if again there is a point where again it is becoming serious or anything, within few minutes it can be removed. So focus on those things. So the number one important factor is always be in a therapy where these all these supernatural things are not added. Like telling okay ghost and all these things. This is a complete nonsense. So you don't need to think about them. And take care of your physical health. Physical health determines your psychological health. So if you are always if you are overweight and you are not doing any excess form of exercise, slowly even your psychological health gets disturbed. So one thing which is in your control is taking care of your physical health. Daily morning walking, exposing yourself to sunlight, and avoiding this news and other forms of social media which makes you anxious. So when you are forming these things, immediately your physical health improves, and slowly your psychological health also will be you will be able to control these stressful events that are happening. All right, we will meet in the next live. If there are any questions, you can type in the comments. In the next live, I am going to address them. Thank you.